Today, we're going to talk about the one workout you're probably skipping, but it might just be the most important one you ever do. And nope, it's not at the gym. We are talking about emotional fitness.
I mean, think about it for a second. We all know how to train our bodies, right? We do the squats, the cardio, the whole deal. But what about our minds? What if you could train your emotional responses with the exact same intention you bring to a workout?
Because here's the core idea we're diving into today, and it's a powerful one. Your mind is a muscle, and just like any other muscle, it can be strengthened, it can be made more flexible, and it can absolutely be conditioned to perform better, especially under pressure.
All right, so let's get into it. What exactly is this workout? What do we even mean when we say emotional fitness?
Well, at its heart, emotional fitness is the practice of building up your resilience and your self-awareness. It's really about training yourself to navigate all the stuff life throws at you with clarity, instead of just getting swept away by the chaos. And let's be really clear about something. This is not some luxury, feel-good thing. In our world of nonstop notifications and constant burnout, the ability to manage your own inner world has become a straight-up survival skill. It's what separates folding under pressure from rising above it.
And this gets at a really common myth. Being emotionally fit does not mean staying positive all the time, or pretending you're totally unbothered. That's actually emotional avoidance. Real fitness is about recognizing what you're feeling, learning to regulate your response to it, and then recovering from it faster.
Okay, so this all sounds good in theory, right? But is there any hard science behind it? You bet there is. Let's take a look at what's actually happening inside your brain when you do this work.
The science on this is so clear now, your brain isn't fixed. It has this incredible ability to change, to literally form new connections throughout your entire life. There's a word for it. It's called neuroplasticity, and it's the biological reason this mental training actually works. Just think about Michael Phelps back in the 2008 Olympics. Picture this, his goggles completely filled with water, blinding him in the middle of the final. Instead of panicking, he just defaulted to his mental training, his internal stroke count, and he still won the gold medal. That, right there, is emotional fitness in action. And this kind of training has really powerful, measurable effects on your body's chemistry. For example, one study found that a simple daily gratitude practice, which we're going to talk about in a minute, can reduce cortisol. That's your body's main stress hormone. And not just by a little, by 23%. That's huge.
The physical benefits are just astounding. This training can literally reshape your brain. It can actually shrink your amygdala, that's your brain's little alarm system, while at the same time strengthening your prefrontal cortex, which is like the CEO responsible for focus and good decisions. It even boosts your immune system and improves your heart rate variability, a key sign of how well your body can handle stress.
So, the big question is, how do you actually do this? Let's get really practical and open up the toolkit. The foundational exercise for, well, all of this is mindfulness. You can think of it as the ultimate mental strength training. It's simply the ability to notice what's happening, both inside you and around you, without immediately reacting to it. And look, you don't need to go sit on a cushion for an hour. You can practice this right in the middle of your life. Just try taking one mindful breath before you reply to a stressful email. Or just notice the feeling of being emotionally triggered without letting it completely take over. It's all about creating that tiny little gap between a stimulus and your response. All right, the next tool in the kit is breath work. Your breath is basically the remote control for your nervous system. When anxiety starts to rise, your breath is the absolute fastest way to hit the reset button and get back to a sense of calm. There's a really powerful technique, one used by Navy SEALs, called box breathing, and it's so simple. You just inhale for 4 counts, hold your breath for 4, exhale for 4, and hold again for 4. Just doing a few rounds of this can dramatically lower your stress and regulate your emotional state. Our third exercise is gratitude. And listen, this is way more than just a feel-good platitude. It is a powerful tool that actively rewires your brain to start scanning for the positive instead of always looking for threats. And the workout itself could not be simpler. All you have to do is spend 2 minutes each morning listing a few things you're genuinely thankful for. That's it. That is the entire workout. It's the consistency that builds that mental muscle over time. Finally, let's talk about what might be the single most important mindset for all of this work. It's about practice, not perfection. The goal of emotional fitness isn't to create some perfect life that's free of problems or challenges. I mean, that's impossible. The real goal is to build the inner strength to thrive through adversity, to be able to handle life's storms with a sense of steadiness and maybe even some grace.
And this idea, it completely reframes the whole experience. Those moments of anxiety or frustration, they're not signs that you're weak. They are opportunities. They are the training ground where you get to practice and get stronger.
You know, it really is just like the gym. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be consistent. You just need to show up and do the practice one single mental rep at a time.
So I'll just leave you with this question. Forget about trying to master all of this overnight. What's the very first mental rep you'll do today? Maybe a single round of box breathing? Or naming just one thing you're grateful for? Your workout, it starts right now.